Hi guys, this is Sadik from Droidblink.com, and in this video, we'll show you various methods through which you could boot your phone to the safe mode. So for the unaware, in safe mode, all the third-party apps and services gets disabled and they will no longer work. At the very most, the app icon might be shown in the safe mode, but they will be grey out and you cannot open or access any of the third-party apps. Only the system apps and the pre-installed apps will be there on your phone and you could use them. So if your phone is not working along the expected line, then you may boot your phone to the safe mode and verify the culprit, and then boot your phone to the normal mode and then remove that app from your phone. Apart from that, if you are flashing a Magis module and your phone is currently in a boot loop or a soft brick state, then in that case you may also boot your phone to safe mode, and that mode will automatically remove all the modules from your phone and rectify the underlying issue. I'll show you that also, how that could be achieved. So with that in mind, let's get started. The first method is the easiest one, and in this you just have to use the long tap option, but the drawback is that you should be able to access the OS. If you cannot access the OS, then you will not be able to use this method. This method is being used for ages across numerous Android phone, but on new Android phone, this method is no longer applicable and is only applicable across older Android phone. So for instance, in this method, here's what you have to do. So for instance, I have a Pixel 6a currently. Let me show you. And if I long press the power menu, just give me a second. This is the power menu, as you could see. So now what you have to do is simply long press the restart option and you will get a reboot to safe mode option. So just tap on OK and your phone will now reboot to the safe mode. So again, I am repeating, this option nowadays is not available on newer phones. For example, if I use a OnePlus 11, let me show you that as well. But first, let's wait for a phone to boot to the safe mode, which could take up to around a few seconds depending on the phone that you are using. So the benefit is that it's very easy to carry out, but on the flip side, it requires your access to the OS and it is not applicable across new Android phones. Anyways, I am using a Pixel 6a and my phone should now boot into safe mode in a matter of few seconds. So let me show you. There are two identification marks for that and it should now booted. So the first identification mark is the safe mode icon. As you could see at the bottom left, you will see this icon across all the Android phones, signifying that your phone is in the safe mode. And if I now unlock it, I will only see the apps which came pre-installed on my phone, only the system apps and the bloatware which were pre-installed. There is no third-party app which I had installed on my phone. All those apps are now missing from this list. You cannot access them. On some phones, you might at least simply view the app icon, but you will not be able to access or open the app. But in case of Pixels, as you could see, even the app icons are not there. So guys, if you see the safe mode and the third-party apps are missing, then it signifies that you are in the safe mode, and now you may carry out the debugging. If the issue is not there in this mode, then this signifies that the culprit was one of the third-party apps. So then you will have to reboot your phone to the normal mode and remove the newly installed third-party apps and then check if the issue has been fixed or not. If the issue has been fixed, then you may use your phone normally. If it's again not working along the expected lines, then again boot to safe mode, verify the result and carry out this check until the issue is rectified. So this was the first method. Let's now move with the second method. The drawback of the first method, as I was saying, for instance, this is a OnePlus 11. In this method, if I try to long press the power key, you could see I cannot long press on the restart or the power off option, and hence I will not get the reboot to safe mode option, as opposed to the Pixel phone, in which I simply had to long press on the restart option and I got the reboot to safe mode prompt. But that is just not possible in case of OnePlus. As you could see, the power menu has completely changed. I could either do a swipe up or a swipe down, but I cannot bring up the safe mode prompt, and this has been applied across numerous phones, OnePlus, Realme, Oppo. So for those phones, you will have to take the help of hardware key combination. So the benefit of this method is that it will work even if you cannot access the OS, but on the flip side, you will have, it requires some additional effort. So if that's well and good, then you will have to first off power off your phone. So simply power it off. Once the phone has been powered off, wait for a few seconds, again press and hold the power key. and as soon as you see the OEM logo, you will have to let go of the power key and then press and hold the volume down keys. So as you could see, as soon as I got the OnePlus logo, I released the power key and then I am holding the volume down keys. So keep on holding the volume down key until you see the boot animation or the safe mode. So let's wait for a few more seconds, and now this is the boot animation. I may let go of the volume down key. So first off, power off your phone and then press and hold the power key until you see the boot logo. As soon as you see the boot logo, release the power key and then press and hold the volume down key until you are inside the safe mode. So as you could see, I am now in the safe mode. This is the safe mode option at the bottom left. Likewise, in case of OnePlus, you will at least be able to see the app icons in the app drawer. As you could see, some of the third-party apps, but they are gray out and you will not be able to access them. If you tap on, you could see that the apps are disabled in safe mode. So you may now carry out the required task and get the job done. So guys, this was the second method of booting your phone to the safe mode. And now let me show you the third method of getting this job done. So it will take just a few seconds. So let's just wait for that to happen. So up until now, I have shown you using the long tap and the hardware key. Now I'll talk about using the ADB command in case you have flashed a Magisk module or an LS-Post framework and the module is not working along the expected line. Then in that case, your phone will end up in a boot loop or a soft brick state. So when that happens, you will not be able to use the long tap on reboot option. Likewise, while you could use the hardware key combination, but as soon as you boot to the OS, you will again face the same boot loop issue. First off, if you use the hardware key, your phone will boot to the safe mode and the Magisk will be disabled. So in safe mode, you could use the phone without any issue, but as soon as you leave the safe mode, the boot loop issue will once again appear. So what you could do is you could boot your phone to the safe mode using an ADB command, which will automatically remove all the modules, and then you could easily access the OS without any issue. So you might ask one thing, that since your phone is currently in a boot loop, how will you be able to enable USB debugging for ADB command? Well, this is the interesting part. You don't even need the USB debugging. You just have to power off your phone and then use this command. There is no need for any USB debugging to be enabled. Let me show you that as well. So first and foremost, let me turn off the debugging if it's enabled. So let's go to about device and version, tap on build number 7 times, go back, additional settings, developer option, and let me connect my phone to the PC via USB cable. Let's at least do that. This is compulsory. So let's connect our phone to the PC. And once that is done, so I am now turning off the USB debugging on my phone and it's now turned off, as you could see. So let's proceed ahead with the next step. And now let me show you one more thing. This is the Magisk app, and as of now I have a module installed. The Play Integrity Fix module is enabled as well. So I will now use this command. My phone will move to safe mode and it will then automatically remove the module as well, and our task stands complete. Let me show you how that could be done. So again, I am showing you the debugging is turned off on my phone. So what I have to do now is, if your phone is currently in a boot loop, you will have to long press the power key and then power off your phone. In my case, the phone was not in a boot loop, so I could do the power off via the power menu. If in your case the phone is currently in a boot loop or a soft brick state, then you will have to long press the power key for around 10 to 15 seconds and your phone will then get powered off. Once your phone is powered off, you will now have to type in this command. So before that, download the Android SDK platform tools and extract them onto your PC. You may extract them anywhere you want. In my case, I've done the extraction in C drive. And let me show you, these are the files of platform tools. Now type in CMD in the address bar of platform tools and hit enter. This will launch command prompt inside platform tools. Now let me show you. You just have to use this command. First off, copy paste the entire command over here and hit enter. And the command is now waiting for the device to be powered on. But since our phone is in a boot loop, you just have to now long press the power key. As soon as you do so, the phone will try to power on, and so keep on holding the power key for around 8 to 10 seconds. So let's wait for a few seconds. and as soon as the phone tries to boot up now, it will no longer be in a boot loop because we have given the parameter to remove all the modules. So it will first undergo a boot and it will now boot to safe mode, remove the module, and it will once again boot to the OS. So as you could see, in the first boot up, it automatically booted to the safe mode. You will not be able to see all the steps. It will automatically boot to safe mode in the backend and remove all the modules. Once that is done, it will now boot to the OS, and the entire process will take only around 8 to 10 seconds. As you might have seen, our phone did not actually boot in the safe mode in the front end, but in the back end, that happened in the back end. It booted to the safe mode, removed the module from the Magisk app, and then automatically booted to the OS. Now if I show you the OS status, launch the Magisk app and go to modules, you could see no module is installed and our task stands complete. So in this method, you will first off have to long press the power key to power off your phone. Once your phone is powered off, then get hold of Android SDK platform tools, open the CMD window, and then type in this command. So it will then wait for the device to be powered on. Since your phone is in a boot loop, it will not be able to access the OS, but it will at least be able to boot to the boot logo or the boot animation. It will at least reach till that state. As soon as it reach that state, it will automatically remove all the modules, and in the subsequent reboot, it will boot to the OS automatically with all the modules gone from your phone. So this is a minor issue that all the modules will be removed and you will have to reinstall all the modules, but at least you will be able to access the OS, and that is what we required in the first place. So guys, these were the 3 methods through which you could access or boot to the safe mode. So just to recall, in the first method, it is the easiest of the all, but will only work if you could access the OS. In the second method, you could use across all the states if your phone is currently in a boot loop or a soft brick state as well. But in that case, it will not work in the Magisk boot loop, because if your phone boots to the OS, your phone will boot to the safe mode via the hardware key combination. But as soon as you leave the safe mode, it will not be able to boot to the OS because it's currently in a boot loop. Moreover, the hardware key combination might only work on new phones. It might not work on older phones. And in case of the first method will only work on older phone. It might not work on newer phones. And if you talk about the third method, it is universal across all these steps, but it's only recommended to use if you have issues with the Magisk module. So power off your phone, then connect your phone to the PC via USB cable, type in this command, and then try powering on your phone. As soon as your phone tries to power on and reach the boot logo, it will remove all the modules and then your phone will boot to the OS. So guys, on that note, I round up this video. If you have any queries with regard to any of the steps, do let me know in the comment section, and thanks a lot for watching.